Tommie's Honest Advice. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, if you hear the squawky noise, this is the birds in the background. I have two birds. Thank you so much for tuning in. Back to it. This is going to be a video on my experience dating. And yeah, let me know if you can relate as a guy or a lady. So I was talking to this guy, right? And I noticed right off the bat, instantly, I felt some type of vibe from him, just from the conversation. And I'm one of those types of people, like, you can look cute, but you gotta bring more to the table than just looks, right? And my bad, I was cooking, and I didn't wanna make sure that's all. Back to it. So we're having these conversations, and they were long conversations, And so I'm thinking, okay, cool. I think, this could possibly be something I can build on. And I'm just going to bring this up because I think from both sides, as far as just dating nowadays, there's flaws on both sides. Both sexes, both male and females, both men and women have improvements to do. And I think the first thing that you start with is taking accountability for who you are and how you are and your expectations. Are they expectations that another human being can possibly meet, or are they expectations that you basically just, have put up from prior experiences, from prior dysfunctional relationships, toxic relationships, that now this other person has to meet these unrealistic expectations just to kind of heal your wounds. And it's not within the other person that new person that you meet to heal those wounds. It's for you to heal those wounds and to seek counseling for it. Especially if there was infidelity involved, especially if there was some type of toxic behavior, physical abuse, verbal abuse, passive aggressive, toxic. If it was toxic, you need to get some help. You need to get some counseling, okay? Because nothing is okay as far as physical or mental or emotional abuse in any relationship, and that's both parties. Because I'm not just partnered towards a guy, because a lady can do that physically as well and be physically abusive to her man, okay? But you don't hear a lot about that. But yes, ladies, we can be, okay? And that's what this video is about, is taking accountability. But back to it, my experience. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I have been trying to improve. And that has amplified what I look for in a person. That's amplified this whole little persona that us ladies love to kind of branch off of, is a potential of someone and not really the person and the exact being of someone. And we love to play this Bob the Builder, teddy bear type. We can build him up with some things and qualities that we don't like, that we are accepting, that we want to change, and we think we can change them. And that is not the reality. The reality is, who this person is showing you is who this person is. And if some changes are going to happen, it's within that person to change themselves if they want to, ladies and gentlemen. So, back to it. So I'm talking to dude, whatever. We're vibing, okay? Like I said, the conversations were decent until I noticed these cracks, right? These cracks in who this person was really portraying himself to be, but that really wasn't the person he was. And so it's going to be some language I got to use because it's just necessary. So these fuckboy qualities start coming out, right? And so although he was attractive on the outside, the ugliness just revealed himself. And he just gradually was becoming so unattractive to me from this tweak of his personality and pieces of his personality that he was finally showing and I was finally seeing. Because ladies, we love to blind ourselves from really what's in our face. We love to blind ourselves and trick ourselves and say and make these excuses of bad qualities and red flags. But no, I take accountability. I see some. I'm like, nobody perfect. That was what was in my head. To this last conversation I had with him, talk whatever, we had a conversation, and he brings up phone sex, right? And ladies, if you can just imagine, just kind of like, not, I wasn't even in disbelief, because this is just what's happening now, especially in this generation, in our generation, and what's coming up, and people being seen as objects more than just a human being, right? And that's from both sides, not just dudes looking at ladies as objects. Ladies are looking at dudes as objects. With this whole, disappointment and all of that, like, come on now. Taking accountability, because it's coming from both sides. There's imbalances and issues from both sexes, and like I said in the beginning, from men and women. Both. It's not just one sex that's creating the problem, okay? It has to be two things causing the problem, okay? So that's number one. Number two, when it was brought up, because previously we had a conversation, whatever, and I noticed these questions he was asking, right? And it goes back to what I previously stated. Blinding myself from the obvious. I'm like, okay, you do whatever. Let's see. No, these were qualities of who he was. Okay, let me fast forward to the present moment. So he got blocked. Because it just wasn't there anymore for me. It just was the whole phone sex topic, the whole little spigot and remarks that he was saying, like, that was going back to something as far as just something being temporary to me. Especially if we ain't got nothing established yet. You already talking about? Nah. So, end up blocking him, right? But I had a conversation with my bro. He like, Mish, you're basically attracting, and you have these habits of attracting these guys, right? But it's like, he basically was telling me I'm attracting these types of people for a reason. And I had to take a second. I'm like, he calling me out. I told him, I said, dang, you put me on blast, bro, like that. But I said, I need that. Especially coming from the opposite sex. Especially coming from someone that I am not. And I will never be. And that just goes back to the basis of it. We will never be a man. A man will never be a lady. We're just set up differently. We just are made differently. Okay? And that's just what it is. How we think, how we feel is just different. It's just always going to be a difference. Okay? And until you can learn that, I don't know, because my standards are my standards, but I think just on both ends, people are having unrealistic expectations. But what this situation example showed me is just I need to take more time to figure out why it is that I am attracting these types of people. Also, why it is that I am okay with basically avoiding, or not really avoiding, but not really like dwelling and really paying attention to the importance of red flags from the beginning. And ladies and gentlemen, on both ends, on both sexes, on both genders, red flags and red flags. And red flags mean alerts. Hey, this person is who this person is. This is not just like spec of the moment, like this is what this person is on, this is what this person is about, this is what this person is looking for. So I just wanted to do a video on that, and I had to come to terms that I haven't given up, but I think that I just need to take more time and be single. Dating possibly could happen, but I just think that I need to really focus in and hold in on healing myself, because I can say that I haven't fully healed myself. And that's an issue. And I think guys and ladies, I think like before you enter the dating world, before you enter a relationship, just please just always be working on becoming a better you. Because when you add another person into the mix, they cannot make you a better you. They cannot fix trauma. They cannot fix trust issues that you have. They are not these people. It has to be a brand new slate. Okay, you can't just generalize. And it's hard to when you've been hurt. It's hard to when you've been cheated on. It's hard to when some things have happened. But it's like, in order to move forward and have a better foundation, and what I mean by foundation is, I'm just going to describe it as just the foundation of a tree, right? And the ground, right? Ground is dirt, then grass. Then you got the tree trunk. The tree trunk grows. Then you got the branches. Then you got the leaves. Then you got the insects, right? Then you got squirrels. Then you got the birds that built their house. Okay, get what I'm saying is this building of layers. Because the foundation is layers. But until you fix the foundation of what that basis of that relationship is going to be based on, which is first looking at yourself, then you will never really be finding something that is worth building on. And I know this video was long and I didn't want to make it this long, but I wanted to just get it out there. But just let me know in the comments if you can relate to what I'm saying, if it makes sense, if you get where I'm coming from on both sides. And yeah, please share experiences. I love hearing about experiences. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Tune into some other content and subscribe.